All right, good to be back here, Brian. Here, Catch to Collect. Here, back again with another video. So today, what I'm going to be doing is opening up a full booster box of Phantom Rage. Here, trying to clear this out because I do want to get into the next set here, and I got quite a few. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a contest to give those out. Here, I'm working on my website as well right now, so I can get my collection up, so you guys can view it, shop around. But that's what I'm doing now, trying to get some new product in that I want, as well as taking a little bit of time with shipping. As you know, it's a little bit of an issue right now. But what we're doing today, opening up these few packs of Maximum Gold. It was 4, but I see, you can see I started without you there by opening up one pack. We had got the Elder Entity Intis Golden Rare out of that Maximum Gold. I absolutely adore this set. Like, this is probably one of my favorite sets here. Nurse Dragon Maid, beautiful, beautiful card. I love that gold emboss going around it. So let's open up these 3 here, and to get started, there. Let's see. All right. So how you all day is going? Mine's going okay. I'm still dealing with some of the back flare from that COVID. So we got numbers 87, Queen of the Night here. Wow, that golden rare. Look at there already. Constellar Pleiades. Wow, beautiful card. Look at that. Prices will be on the screen there. I'm gonna set that puppy there. Layer of Darkness here. Great looking card. Barrier Statue of the Heavens. Another golden rare, Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. I know I have a couple of these, but it still don't take away from how good that card looks. Beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful. Set that puppy right there. And we have here Mecha Phantom Beast, Cold Wing, and Sacred Sword of the 7 Stars. Great. Yeah, so yeah, I'm still fighting it a little bit. In fact, I don't know what it is. These body aches are like just tearing me apart just completely. Like it's at some parts of the day I can't even budge, can't even get out of the bed, and then other parts like I'm free, I'm all oiled up and whatever. Joints aren't messing with me, but I don't know. It's just crazy. Trade in. Magical Meltdown. Cyber Dragon. Unexpected Die. First golden rare out of that. Anti-magic arrows. Look at that. So nice. Look at that. And right behind it. Oh, wow. Super polymerization. Great, great, great. Okay. Set those 2 right there. And look at this baby here. Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer. Great card. I'm going to take a look at that card here. So I'll set that up there as well. Take a look at that. But yeah, just going through some of the kick off these body aches, man. It's just straight killing me. So I have to actually do these at a certain time of the day when I know that I'm going to be feeling all right. I did not expect for it to be like this. Like I wasn't taking it as a joke or anything, but I definitely wasn't. I didn't realize like it was this bad. Like it can make you feel this bad, and it definitely do. The White Stone of Ancients, Eater of Millions, Foolish Burial, Infernity Mirage, first golden rare there. Wow, beautiful card. And as you know, here we're looking for you. The Blue Eyes is the chase card in here in this set. Also have a Dark Magician in this set. Gold Bell and Haunted Mansion here. Dimensional Prison and Circle of the Fire Kings. So not too bad, not too bad. With those pulls here, definitely some of the better ones. Here, let me go through here what we have, and I'll sleeve them up, guys. I know I'll sleeve them up later. We got here super polymerization, anti-magic arrows, Infernity Mirage, Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, Nurse Dragon Maid, Constellar Pleiades. Can never say that. This isn't a golden rare, but I do like just the way this card comes off here. Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer, Elder Entity Entis, and Ash Blossom Enjoy Your Spring. Alright, so we're going to set those there. Okay, guys. So this is what we all came here for. Phantom Rage. There, 24 packs per box, 9 cards per pack. As you know, here to be up on the screen. But you know what we're looking for is a AA Zeus. We're looking for the Alpha card as well. Starlight Searching. Here, there's a lot that you can get from this box. Here, let me open it up. Trusty Dusty keys. Get through this plastic. But yeah, like there is quite a bit that you can get from this box. I've opened up so many of these cards. I have found about 4 AA Zeus myself, including 1 Starlight. And then I found an Alpha non-Starlight as well. Get this plastic off. Put that to the side. Let's see here. Okay. All right. 24 packs. So let's start with the first half. You know, today is also, well, yesterday was vote day down in Georgia as well. As I said before, I'm not too much into politics, but you can't ignore the situation. First pack here we have. So let's set this to the side. There, let's set that over there to the side. Okay. Can't ignore, the importance of that election. I think if I think the Democrats need both to win both houses. I think they've won one with Warnock. Not both houses. But they need both to win both runoffs there in that Georgia election. So we got Proofinese the Tactical Trapper, Raiders Unbreakable Mind, Glutinous Richthofen, Mutant GB88, Virtual World City, Infernity Wildcat, Infernity Suppression, 1 or 8, The Phantom Knights. Oh, wow. Do we not have a... Oh, okay. I missed Virtual World Kowloon. There. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So, just let me set these to the side. Kind of skip past it a little bit here, but Virtual World Kowloon. Nice card there. All right. Yeah, you can't ignore the importance. So I do think that I believe last time I looked at it that the Democrats had already won one of the races, World Warnock, and so they need the other race to kind of force a tie within the Senate. Mutant, Banquet of Millions, Dogmatism, Mutant Cry, and look at that, Mutant M05. That card is actually worth a little bit of money. They're a beautiful card. Definitely a nice looking card there. Jack in the Hand, Dogmatism, the Phantom Knights, Charge into the Dark World. All right. Okay, so we got here. Okay. Let's see here. Give me 1 second here. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties here. Let's see here. Arcana reading and dual avatar compact, virtual world shell, Giannato transverser. Oh my god, look at that card there. That is quite a beauty. Rock band Xeno guitar. I always like the artwork on that. Always enjoyed the artwork on that one. Always enjoyed the artwork. Always. Sorry about that, guys. Ran into a little bit of technical difficulties, but as I was saying, I always like this artwork here. That rock band Xeno guitar. Nice, nice, nice. And we got here Awakening of the Possessed, Jack in the Hand, Dual Avatar, Cupid 4. So yeah, going on with the runoffs here. Seems to be it seems to be quite, I don't know. Like I was looking at it, just looking at the numbers there a little earlier, and they were saying that there was a lot of people that had voted in early. They were going to already go ahead and do a recount there, because it was, I think they were going to do a recount. Not sure, but the thing about this here is because it's a one-off, it doesn't matter if like the person win by one vote. They win, which is crazy. Virtual World Beast there is the rare out of this one. My Mutant Clash, Tri Brigade, Penguin Brave, which is pretty crazy. So, I remember reading about the Bush and Gore back in the early to like the year 2000, that race, and how they had to go to the Supreme Court because of that. I think it was like 20,000 or so, maybe a little bit less, in Florida, and I think it was some counts in Ohio. That was, it was just too close to call. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Alpha, the Master of Beasts. Not a Starlight, secret rare, but wow. Look at this card, guys. Oh my god. Wow. Let me sleeve this up very quickly. This is one of the best cards out of the set, guys. Oh man, Alpha, the Master of Beasts. I've only pulled this card once before, and it gets me every time. This is like one of the most beautiful cards you can pull. Secret rare. He comes in the Starlight rare as well. Wow. Let me just sit him right there in front. That is awesome. That just makes the pack right there. Wow, that was awesome, dude. Awesome. But yeah, the wow. What was I saying? Yeah, how it was in the early 2000s, like it was, it was a huge thing between Bush and Gore. And Bush did end out, of course, coming out victorious, but the small amount of votes that it's crazy. Like knowing that there's over 400 million, between 400 I think 500 million now. I'm not sure the population of the United States, but the small number that could win you a presidential election is crazy. And then the even smaller number that can win you a Senate seat, which you're in the Senate for 6 years. So that's crazy. Dual avatar fist, armored Gil. Great looking card there. As you can see here. Just sit him right there. Virtual World, UA player, Virtual World, Tri Brigade, Regal of. Wow, so with that Starlight rare, with Alpha there, so there's 24 packs per 24 packs per box, per booster box, right? and there's 9 cards per pack. There is, I believe there is 5 Starlights, different Starlights you can pull. There's 5 of them, including that one, including Double A Zeus. I'll put the other one up on the screen. Other ones up on the screen. And the chances of you pulling a Starlight is so monumentally low. Like the Starlight you want, is the Double A Zeus. But it's just so low because like there's only one, I think, in each case. I'm not quite sure, but I believe so. Dual Avatar Fist. But it's just so low. But even pulling that there just kind of makes the box, Cause that buddy right there, like I can send him off to grading. And I haven't seen. I've been looking on eBay, and I'll look again, but I have not seen any of the graded Starlights. I haven't seen any graded, not even CGC, not Beckett, not PSA, not any of the lower grading below that. I haven't seen it, and I know I have him out for grading right now, actually under Express, but PSA hasn't sent. The thing with Express, I think everybody started to catch on, and it's kind of slowing down the process here because I sent it back in the beginning of December, and it's supposed to be Express Dogmatica Ashian here, and it's supposed to be like 3 weeks or less, and I think everybody caught on, and now it's slowing the process down. So as you know, if you don't know about PSA, their grading system, they're kind of like, I had somebody not explain this to me, but kind of said this is how they think about it. If PSA is Mercedes, Beckett is kind of like the Rolls Royce, and CGC might be the Volvo, or might be the Volvo. But everybody goes to PSA for the most part. But the standard service, you send them cars in for standard service. It takes about 7 months right now. Mostly because of I think they were out of business at earlier of last year. Not out of business, but they were closed because of the COVID-19, and they were out a month. My Mutant Synthesis. Great looking card. They were out for about a month because of COVID-19, and they were kind of 4 months out at that point before they shut down for a month. And when they shut down for a month, it caused so much of more of a backup, even that it's caused so much more of a backup that 4 months kind of like moved in to 7 months. And now it's 7 months, 7 to 8 months. It's getting kind of crazy there on that end. But Virtual World Hime Nyanyan. And so they always had this express grade that you could do. The express grade is like, whereas some people charge about $20. If I wanted to send this card off for grading, for example, it would be about $20 to send in for PSA. This would take 7 months. Let's say if the card costs more than if the value of the card after I grade it costs more than like a few $100s, like $500-$600, then maybe like this card, if I wanted to send this off, I would have sent that for $65. There, just because of the value of it, they still might take about 4 months now instead of the 7, but still that's a pretty long time, 4 months. They had the option then for $135 to send off for express grading. And express grading was supposed to take about a couple of weeks, 3 weeks or so. Now it's upwards to about a month, 6 weeks there, and it only looks to go up because everybody is now using that option, which is making PSA a lot of money, but it's making other people that spend their money on that service a little upset because it's if you offer a service, it should stay you should be able, you should be prepared to make that service consistent, or else it's not a service. You understand? My Mutant Beast, nice card. There, what I mean is, like, they're offering $135 to say, we'll get your cars back super fast within a month or so. If you aren't prepared as a company with the resources to maintain that, then don't offer the service or lower the price. Because now, if your $135 service is now taking 2 months or so, if it gets up in that range, how can you price it the same? Like, you can't price it the same. Like, you either have to lower the price or add new people or do something to meet the demand that you caused. Awakening of the Possessed, My Mutant Beast. So I think they're eventually going to have to do something. Prank Kids, Meow Meow. I think they're eventually going to have to do something and to fix that problem that they caused. And if they don't, it might cause an uproar. It might cause an uproar. I don't know. I would, if I was paying $135, for a service like that, and then all of a sudden, because everybody's starting to find out, which I assume is to the issue there, that, hey, this service is available, then yeah, like, I expect you to, one, either lower the prices, or two, create a different service, a quicker service. And that's not my fault. My Mutant M5, My Mutant Synthesis, Prank Kids, Dual Avatar Fist, Virtual World, Dogmatica. I always love this card for some reason. They're all nice cards, but it's just really good looking card. My Mutant Beast, Dual Avatar, Virtual World, Rock Band. Like I said, love that artwork. And of course, Alpha, the Master of Beasts, secret rare there. Great. I'm gonna leave that sucker up here because right now the first half of the box is winning with that sucker there. I'm gonna set these here to the side, and got 12 more packs here to open. Yeah, I think they'll figure out something. I don't know what. I think they will. Beckett. Beckett. This is the thing as well, and I like talking about this. Beckett is, like I said, they would be the Rolls Royce. The reason being is because they have made themselves, Virtual World Dragon, they have kind of made themselves like the top shelf. You have, you have bags, and then you have like designer, and then you have the designer of the designer, right? So PSA, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, if you take a PSA 10 base set Charizard Holo, right? It's a few $100,000 card, right? Or let's say, I'm trying to think. Let's take the shiny Charizard out of Hidden Phase. I know you guys don't, there's only a certain amount of people that actually follow Pokemon, but it's the only example that I can think of right now. Let's say you take a shiny Charizard out of Hidden Phase. Right now, the population for a PSA 10 of that card is like, I think, over 1,000. Like, there's over 1,000 of those cards, right? But still, it's a popular card. It's Charizard, right? Any Charizard you get, it's going to be popular, right? You can find freaking bended base set Charizard on the street that's have water damage, and you still might want to send that in to grade because it'll be worth something. It's a popular card, right? But there's over 1,000 of those particular cards, PSA 10. Still, they're selling now for 1,000. They were selling upwards at one point, upwards to 1,800, but within the past few months, it's dropped down to 1,000. Now, there's over 1,000 of those PSA 10. Beckett has a 10, so there's a BGS 10, Beckett 10, but then they have a special category, right? So Beckett does subgrading, whereas PSA, you can send this. Okay, great example here. let's take this Brigade, the Glory Dragon, right? We can send this in to PSA, and PSA will give us a number. PSA will say this is a PSA. Let's just say it's a PSA 10, right? So it says PSA 10, and that's all it's going to say. It's going to say, you know, it's going to have the set, the name, then it's going to say PSA 10. Beckett will give it maybe a BGS 10. Let's say it gives it a BGS 10, and then it'll say, okay, the reason it got a 10 is because the centering was a 10, the surface was a 10, the corners was a 9.5, and the edges was a 10, right? So everything was a 10, surface, surface, corners, centering, except the edges was a 9.5. If the edges was a 9.5, Beckett says then, or if the edges was a 10 as well, so everything's a 10, Beckett then says, okay, this is an all around 10. This is a perfect 10. It creates a category then for the 10. So then you got 10, which is top shelf, but then you got the perfect 10. And that perfect 10 in BGS is a black label 10. And you like it, if you have a black label anything, of course, like there's, you know, like you can open these modern sets, like I'm opening of what do you call it? I'm opening for Yu-Gi-Oh! Now for these Phantom Rage. I could send these in, and possibly a lot of them will get a pristine 10. Like they're, you know, they're a more recent set, they're a modern set. But if you go back vintage, like first LOB, like, and you're pulling out crazy stuff, and they're vintage, and you know, you send them to PSA, they get a PSA 10, but then you send them to Beckett, and Beckett says, okay, yeah, that's a 10, but that's a perfect 10. That's black label. That's exclusive. For example, Gary, there's this guy named Gary, dual avatar feet. There's this guy named Gary in Pokemon, and they call him King Pokemon. I don't call him that. But they call him King Pokemon because he has, I think, the biggest collection, or the most valuable collection in Pokemon today. And he has these, you know, I know everybody has seen like the Charizard. I was talking about the base set Charizard. It's worth 300 to 400,000, maybe 500,000 right now if you get a PSA 10 of it. He did this collaboration video with this guy named Leonhardt, who's also a big Pokemon collector and video content creator on YouTube, and he bought all of dual avatar, nice looking card. He bought all his PSA 10 or PSA 10s from PSA for the base set Charizard, and he has like, I don't know, like 20, 30 of them. I don't know. And he bought them all over to Leonhardt, and what they did was they were going to take those cards already graded by PSA. They were going to take them to, you guessed it, they were going to take them to Beckett and try to get that black label. You know why? Because I don't believe there is one. Now, I'll put up a correction here on the screen if I'm mistaken. I don't believe that there is one black label, pristine black label pristine BGS 10 base set Charizard. Like, if you got a black label Charizard base set, that card is worth over $1 million. Easily worth over $1 million. Like, the pristine 10s is even harder to get. Whoa, virtual world, Yubi, look at that. Wow, I believe this is one of the best ones that you can get as well. Price will be on the screen. That is a beautiful card. Look at that. Beautiful card. Let me go ahead and sleeve this one up as well. Oh, the second box then, on the second side is saying, oh, hold my beer. Still the first half is winning. Like that alpha there, it's going to be hard to beat. I'm going to be honest with you. Unless I get a double A Zeus out of the second half, which is unlikely. It's going to be hard to beat. But yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that there's not one BGS 10, even a pristine 10. Like a BGS 10 is harder to get than a PSA 10. If you take a PSA 10 to Beckett, you're not guaranteed a BGS 10. It's because like PSA over time has been shown to be a little bit more lenient. Now, they are not as lenient on the Charizards for some reason. I don't know if they know this is Gizmic Matami. If they know, like, all right, well, if they're like, oh, okay, PSA 10, PSA 10, PSA 10. Oh, that's a base set Charizard. Let's look at that a little bit closer. I don't know if they're like that, but it definitely is what it seems like sometimes, because everything will get graded. Like I watch a lot of other creators there, and watching the PSA returns, and I would see like blatant like this card is like so off centered, and they got a PSA 10, and then you got a card that's so centered, surface is great, everything, and it's knocking down with the PSA 9, and it's crazy. It is really crazy, like how it can be so different within the same arena. BGS isn't like that. BGS, like if you send a card to BGS, it's just the subgrading. Like okay, why you got the grade that you got, and that it was looked at heavily. Like by saying subgrades, like like, all right, centering edges, corners, surface, all of those four was looked at that card. PSA just gives you the PSA number, like the grade, the ranking. You don't know what it was looked at. You can ask. I don't know if they tell you. You can send it in for a regrade, but it's not like this. I think PSA, okay, if you send it in for a regrade, I think PSA sends you back the card, whether it got a higher grade or a low grade, and then they send you a piece of paper with like an outline of the card, and then they'll have circles where the errors happened, if there were any, or it'll tell you then. Kind of messed it up on you guys there, but this is Virtual World Phoenix. Look at that, nice looking card there. And I think that's the only way you can kind of get somewhat of a subgrade, if you send it in for a regrade, and then most people don't even do that. Why? Because it costs money. So the card has to be worth money to Perfect Sync to Yoon. That card has to be worth a little bit of money. So you got to think, like, right? So if the card is worth like $60 PSA 10, you're not going to send it in for a regrade. You're probably not even going to send it in for a grade. Like, I mean, $60, that's kind of cutting it pretty thin here. Kind of cutting it pretty thin, because you got to pay to get it graded, shipping, packaging, all of this stuff, time doing all this for a $60 card maybe, and then you're probably selling it on another platform, and you got to pay fees for that, and it's crazy. Conductor of the Nephis, and you got to pay fees for that, and then at the end of the day, is it really worth sending it in for a regrade when they might even bust you down and send it back to you with a lower grade? Like, that's another thing to think about. It's not always you send it in for a regrade and they say, oh, well, at least, or with the knowing that at least you got the grade that you got. Like, it's not going to get any lower than that. No, you might get a person, the first person you got might hadn't look at it really closely, and then you get another person that says, oh, well, they missed this. You get a lower grade, buddy. And so you actually sent it in for a lower grade, and now you just sitting there with a with a lower grade card. Yeah, you got the subgrade, but now you don't lost money, and that's the worst case scenario. But that's a very possible scenario. Virtual World City. Yeah. But that's a very possible scenario. So I was actually conversating with one of my buddies on a card. Actually, let's see. We got one pack left of Phantom Rage here. But I was actually talking with him about this card. Actually, I bought this card from him for about 1800, and this card goes for about 2,000. And the reason I bought it for 1718 is because I was thinking about sending it in for a regrade. I was looking on the back, and I can clearly see, that it there's some worn on it. There's some damage on it. Some of this is from the plastic, not actually the card, but has raised edges, and there's some stuff on it, and then there's some scratches on the card as well. But I was thinking, okay, if it get a PSA 5, if it comes back a PSA 5, that might jump it up $1,000. But if it comes back a PSA 3, that'll take it down possibly $1,000. So, is it better for me to just buy the card now, wait, keep it, let it value? Because of course this is going to value up. It's a first edition Blastoise here, hollow. It's a very, 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 very valuable card and collectible card. But last pack luck, guys. Well, you got to think about both of those options when sending it in. Like, it's just not bam, like you're gonna get a better grade. You got to think about, you got to look at the card and make sure that it has the possibility to get a PSA 10. Like, it has a great possibility. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Raid Raptors Phantom Knight's Claw. Wow. All right. Well, guys, I think that is going to do it for the second half. Let's look and see what we got here. Look and see what we got. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so we got Dual Avatar Feet, Ray Rantom's Phantom, Perfect Sync Ayun. Here we have Virtual World Phoenix, Conductor of the Nephis, Virtual World Gate Tucci, Virtual World Dragon, Virtual World City. We have Gizmic Mikami, Dual Avatar Feet, Armored Loom, Brigand, The Glory Dragon, Virtual World Kyuvi, and this is the secret rare there. The second half. But I think our pick here, first half, definitely wins. Alpha, the Master of Beats, one of the best pulls that you can get out of this set. Here we pulled it, guys. All right, until next time, guys, you remember the adventure is always in the catch, and I will see you later. Peace.